Hello! In the next few minutes, Nikita and I will talk about the strategies and e-commerce of Singapore Airlines. Okay, let's start. The topics in our discussion include communication strategies, global e-commerce, and competitive strategies of Singapore Airlines. A company needs to effectively communicate with customers and employees in order to convey their messages. To ensure effective communication, a company implements communication strategies. A communication strategy is a strategy used by a company or an individual to reach their target market through various types of communication. As one of the efforts in communication strategies, Singapore Airlines uses global advertising. It combines pull and push strategies to entice customers. Pull marketing strategy means to develop advertising and promotions to entice customers to buy products or services, while push strategy aims to entice customers toward promoting products or services. Singapore Airlines sells tickets through their official website as well as through travel agents. The advertising medium includes printed and electronic media such as television and brochure. Furthermore, Singapore Airlines establishes a cooperation with American Express to build a program for loyal customers called KrisFlyer. The tagline, "A great way to fly," are consistently conveyed in its advertisements and all communication messages that features the iconic Singapore girl in different settings and themes. Most of the advertising efforts of Singapore Airlines are standardized, meaning that it will be the same all over the globe. Subsequently, Singapore Airlines implements a triangle communication strategy consisting of internal marketing, external marketing, and interactive marketing. Since Singapore Airlines is a large company with more than 28,000 staff worldwide, the company needs to ensure a great working environment that accommodates diverse cultures. They publish a variety of department newsletters, a monthly company-wide magazine, and a website to keep their employees on the same wavelength. Moreover, Singapore Airlines has a program called Staff Ideas in Action to ensure continuous learning and improvements. Excellent customer service is the core of Singapore Airlines. Thus, they built a 50 million US dollars training center as a staff training facility to train their employees from all levels of the company, which aims to provide the skills and knowledge in the fine art of serving customers. Singapore Airlines also gives the annual CEO's Transforming Customer Service Award to individuals and teams who respond to unique customer situations exceptionally good. Although this award carries no financial benefit, it is still the most revered accolade in the airline. Moreover, the staff in Singapore Airlines are regularly appraised for performance potential. High flyers are identified early and will be given the opportunity to grow. The senior managers in Singapore Airlines are effectively developed with frequent rotation through the top positions in the airline, which leads to a shared understanding of the bigger picture. Management team with breadth and depth, as well as with commitment to do what is best to the company and the customers. External marketing focuses on company and customers, and it is carried out through advertising using both printed and electronic media, public relations, and sales promotion such as year-end sale, and direct marketing such as personalized email. These efforts, which cost 2% of its budget, help Singapore Airlines to build a corporate image that separates them from competitors. The key element of their marketing efforts, Singapore Girl, contributes in achieving its goal, which is to impart a feeling of luxury. Additionally, the modernization campaign aims to convey a message that Singapore Airlines is a leader in airlines industry. Like most carriers, Singapore Airlines relies on independent agents to sell their services. They use Abacus a computer reservation program since 2000, and last year they selected TBWA and PhD as their global integrated agency for creative and media services. Meanwhile, the relationship between employees and customers make up the interactive marketing. Interactive marketing communication is dynamic, two-way flow of information that is usually carried out through personal selling and customer service. The employees of Singapore Airlines nurture relationships with customers and make efforts to stay in touch with them through customer focus group, in-flight surveys, and engage in conversation from even the smallest of compliment or complaint. These were the advertisements of Singapore Airlines in 2013 titled Understanding Your Needs, Creating Around You, and Bringing You the World. Meanwhile, making every journey personal was the advertisement of Singapore Airlines in 2018.
Singapore Airlines e-commerce. The term e-commerce refers to the general exchange of goods and services using the internet or a similar online network as a marketing channel. E-commerce activities can be divided into three broad categories: business to consumer or B2C, business to business or B2B, and consumer to consumer or P2P. And Singapore Airlines is a business to consumer e-commerce model, as they are selling products and services directly between a business and consumer who are the end users of its products or services. Singapore Airlines ranks among the top carriers in the world for a reason, because it puts its customers first. And it knows that if it wants to stay at the top, its customers must remain the priority. That's why it's using Microsoft Azure and blockchain technology to deliver a groundbreaking loyalty program. Singapore Airlines is using blockchain to help flyers maximize their loyalty points and to build a deeper understanding of customers so that the airline and its partners can serve them better and maintain its position at the cutting edge of the customer experience. In a competitive industry, Singapore Airlines' level of service has been a true differentiator, which is why the airline wanted to build a loyalty program unlike any the industry had seen. So, it enhanced its KrisFlyer program with KrisPay, which is a digital miles-based wallet that makes it easy for customers to convert their KrisFlyer Air Miles into KrisPay miles to spend on purchases at partner outlets via simple point-of-sale transactions. Rachel Tan, product lead for KrisPay and loyalty marketing at Singapore Airlines, stated that they hear their customers that they wanted more redemption options relevant to their everyday spending so their miles do not go to waste. And thus, they inspired their team to develop KrisPay, the world's first blockchain-based airline loyalty digital miles wallet, which enables their customers to pay with their miles instantly to purchase at partners' outlets right from their mobile phones. Singapore Airlines flyers now have more ways to spend their miles, so they can maximize the return on their miles and see fewer go unused, strengthening loyalty to the airline. They are using blockchain on Azure to redefine airline loyalty programs so they can serve their customers better and deliver more personalized experiences. With KrisPay, members of KrisFlyer, the Singapore Airlines frequent flyer program, can unlock even more of value from their KrisFlyer miles. Singapore Airlines is now planning what to do next with the blockchain. It is already rolling out new capabilities for CrispPay users and is consistently adding new partners to the ecosystem. For future projects, the airline is evaluating Azure Blockchain Service, the new Microsoft managed service offering for blockchain, which can help reduce the manual effort of building and managing the underlying blockchain infrastructure. With Azure and blockchain, Singapore Airlines has the robust and flexible platform needed to delight its customers and stay at the cutting edge of the customer experience.
Competition is a stimulant for a company to grow. Companies often compete with each other to gain more market share and get a larger customer base. Therefore, they need a competitive strategy. A competitive strategy is a long-term action plan of a company which is directed to gain competitive advantage over its competitors. Moreover, a company needs to analyze the internal, external, as well as competition environments in order to fully understand what their competitive advantage and strategic position are. SWOT and Porter's five forces are among the tools to analyze the environments in which a company operates. SWOT analysis consists of strength and weakness as internal analysis, as well as opportunities and threat as external analysis. Singapore Airlines is a large airline company with considerably huge size. In 2010, Singapore Airlines was named as the second largest in the world in terms of market value by the International Transport Association. Its achievements as the best airline brand are numerous. In fact, its position in the European market as the largest Asian airline in Europe helps Singapore Airlines gain competitive advantage over other Asian competitors. Its strong position in Asian market also strengthen this competitive advantage. Moreover, the unique branding of Singapore Airlines, Singapore Girl, as well as other factors such as concerns on diverse cultures contribute to the competitive advantage Singapore Airlines has. As a flag carrier, Singapore Airlines enjoys enormous support from Singapore government in terms of tax and many others. Furthermore, its highly differentiated services, clear rules of spending, and effective frequent flyer programs are favorable in gaining competitive advantage. Along with the increasing growth of low-cost airlines, the business of luxury airlines such as Singapore Airlines have suffered drastically, which result in the declining margins of Singapore Airlines. Many people perceive Singapore Airlines as an expensive and luxury airlines, which sometimes make customers fail to consider Singapore Airlines as a travel option because of this perception. Since Singapore is a small country, thus having no domestic flights, there is a limited growth for Singapore Airlines to develop in its home country. It makes Singapore Airlines relies heavily on international traffic, which is quite disadvantageous as there are bound to be more competitors and less market share. With few opportunities of growth in its home country, Singapore Airlines needs to expand beyond its home country. The increasing air travel demand and preference for comfortable air travel provide Singapore Airlines opportunities to add more international destinations and increase flight frequency in its existing markets. Additionally, its strategic alliance with other members of Star Alliance offers a considerable opportunities for development in the future. Subsequently, Singapore Airlines needs to be aware of the volatile fuel cost, the large number of competitors in the industry-specific threats such as 9/11, blockade of airspace or travel ban, as well as natural disasters and wars. Porter's five forces is a tool used to analyze the competition environment. It consists of bargaining power of customers, bargaining power of suppliers, threat of new entrants, threat of substitutes, and competitive rivalry. The bargaining power of customers in the airline industry is moderate to strong due to the low switching costs between carriers and technology makes it easier for customers to compare prices. However, there are many loyalty programs offered by carriers to retain their customers and ensure a high quality service and product offerings to satisfy customers. The airline industry is dominated by two suppliers, Airbus and Boeing, make it, making it an effective duopoly. The power that the suppliers have is high that airlines have to go into contracts with the aircraft suppliers. Moreover, the volatile fuel costs tend to boost the supplier power in the airline industry. The advanced technologies, improved services, and safety standards assist to create robust level of airline industry's supplier power. These factors make the bargaining power of suppliers in the airline industry relatively strong. However, Singapore Airlines attempts to lower the rental of leased aircraft by ordering more aircraft for its fleet. The deregulation in the airline industry with lower fares and high load factors, as well as sky liberalization, makes the threat of new entrants in the airline industry weak. On top of that, airline industry, especially long-haul airline, is fairly saturated industry with only one or two flag carriers representing its economy, most of which receive some backing from its respective government. It means that traffic growth generally comes from the growth of a flag carrier rather than the entry to the new market of new rivals. The evidence of the saturation can be seen in the congestions in the sky and airports, particularly large regional hubs. Other forms of transportation, such as land transportations and water transportations, makes the threat of substitutes in the airline industry moderate. Low-cost carriers also serve as other option for air travel. Moreover, with globalization, the rapid development of technology is increasingly advanced, especially in communication technology. It makes people travel less since many companies nowadays operate online. The growing number of virtual enterprises also contribute to the level of threat of substitutes. Meanwhile, the competitive rivalry in the airline industry is strong. In other words, it is intense. The presence of budget airline, high storage and maintenance costs, low switching costs between carriers, as well as various pricing strategies and product offerings from competitors contribute to the stiff competition in the airline industry. So, there are three strategies that Singapore Airlines implements to get competitive advantage. To get competitive advantage against its competitors, Singapore Airlines employs diversification strategy as well as a dual strategy of cost leadership and differentiation. At corporate level, Singapore Airlines implements diversification strategy. The Singapore Airlines Group has 36 direct subsidiaries and associated companies, which includes Singapore Airline Terminal, Singapore Engineering Company, and Singapore Airlines Cargo. The airline also diversifies into related industries and sectors such as air catering, aircraft leasing, aviation engineering, ground handling, and tour operations. Moreover, Singapore Airlines attempts to diversify its portfolio. One of the efforts includes investment in Korean low-cost carrier Jeju Air back in 2015. Since Singapore Airlines puts emphasis on excellent customer service and high-quality offering, the costs in which they incur to produce those results are high. However, Singapore Airlines succeeds in achieving these efforts with low cost. The elements of cost leadership that contributes to Singapore Airlines' dual strategy include young fleet to increase fuel efficiency, lower maintenance costs, and for effective fuel hedging cost consciousness, cost reduction programs with more than 50 cost-cutting initiatives, and continuous drive for efficiency and productivity. On the other hand, the differentiation strategy of airlines, the Singapore Airlines, implies high-quality offering and significant investment in innovation. The efforts of differentiation in Singapore Airlines include in-flight experience such as entertainment system, gourmet cuisine, as well as young fleet. Furthermore, cultural values and practice of constant innovation learning contribute to the differentiation strategy efforts of Singapore. So, this concludes our discussion about the strategies and global e-commerce of Singapore Airlines. Thank you.